By show of hands, who here has ever had a crappy manager? Raise your hand. Be honest. Look around the room. I guess a more interesting question might be, how many of you still have a crappy manager? Raise your hand. I see some, look, you're uncomfortable. She wants to raise her hand. She's looking to see if her boss is looking. Listen to this message. If you get into your head and your heart what this message is that I'm bringing to you, it can transform your team's performance, it'll transform your company's productivity, and it may just transform your life. This notion of what we think of in terms of management, put it in a box here and blow it up. Good is not good enough. Why? Because you deserve better. Why? Because your team members deserve better. Why? Because the millions of people around the world that each and every one of you impact on a daily basis deserves better. What you have to do is you have to believe in your people more than they believe in themselves. See their potential. Each and every person on your team is capable of performing at far greater level than they currently are. It's your job as the coach to see that potential in them, to pull it out of them. You must believe that they're capable of achieving more than they currently are. 1 in 4 employees report consistently performing at less than 50% of their potential. I know some of you might be thinking, well, that's great, Brian, but how can you measure someone's potential, right? It's completely subjective. And the truth is, you're right. But that's not the point. The point is, your team members are telling us that they have more to give. And the fundamental question is, what do you have to do to get it out of them, right? The world has changed, and so too must your management approach. Really get to know your people as well as you know your good friends or your family members. Understand what makes them tick. It will have a profound impact on your relationship. But this is what's fascinating, is the reason that most managers aren't good at the people side of management isn't their fault. The reason why most managers are not good at the people side of management is for one simple reason. They've never been taught the right approach. If there's one area to focus, it's on transforming the dynamics of the one-on-one conversation you're having with your people. What if you make the decision that this year is going to be the best year of your professional life? That you're going to raise the bar on what you expect and what you demand from yourselves? What if each and every one of you in this room, leaves this session tomorrow, making that commitment to yourself? Everything starts with the mindset. And what was so interesting is that we discovered that these world-class leaders of high-performance teams had a vastly different mindset than most managers. You see, in the eyes of most managers, you have organizational goals on the one hand and people development goals on the other. In fact, most managers are so focused on organizational goals that they completely disregard people development goals and outsource that to HR. Coaches, on the other hand, had a completely different philosophy. You see, they didn't view organizational goals and people development goals as separate and distinct. They viewed them as one and the same. They superimposed the two. You see, these world-class coaches understand inherently, they understand that their real job ultimately is to squeeze every ounce of potential out of each and every person that comes through those doors each and every day. It's that mindset shift that we have to focus on. Shift the focus from what we can't control to what we can control. And what we can control is no longer the external growth, but rather internal growth. How do we eke out more growth, more improvement from within our organization? Almost half of employees report never receiving any constructive coaching or developmental feedback. Yet only 1% of managers will say admit to never coaching and developing their team. How many in this room are committed to beginning their journey or continuing your journey to become a world-class coach? Say, I am. Let's hear it. Love it. Love it.